Hello, YouTube. I'll be knocking out these versus battles. And this is one of my favorite versus battles that I can't wait to push out for season 2. It's going to be Ralph versus Eric next, which is going to be my favorite versus battle to work on. That's going to be based off freshman year. About two people who were prominent my freshman year, but also left. So basically, these are two people who went to Arturo's Computer Racing School. Yes, more Arturo content. So this is Telly versus Dale. So who is Dale? Dale was a Native American, half black, half white guy that literally everybody fucked with. That literally really kept it calm, cool, and collect. Wasn't really a show off too much, but he was popular because he was always in a popular position. He was somewhat of a trollmaker, but he was just like a guy that said, fuck it. He had a fucking attitude. He really rode the faith that he really didn't have an attitude. He really didn't have this and that. And he was always, pretty cool. So basically, there was this running gag at school. How I met Dale and how I met Telly was through fighting. So it was pretty fucking funny. Like, I was known for literally being a blocker but not a swinger. And one of the things that they kept on pushing with my autistic thing is like, oh, he's pretty good at blocking, but once you throw a fake, you can easily get him. And so, like, literally, they used to always pull that, and that's why you're autistic and this and that. So basically, I'm saying that as a joke, but I'm saying that, like, that's what actually happened. Like, I would always be able to handle melee, but whenever a taller person would be technical, I would fall flat. But that isn't a problem anymore because I realized the way to fight a taller person being technical isn't to go in. It's to, one, analyze the situation, throw your hand out there to see what he might do, and second off, be counter tactical and literally wait for the taller person to fight first. There was this time I was playing Fight Night where they said that the taller person is giving up his height whenever he swings first, and that's completely true. But even though he can swing first and make a distraction and push back, it makes him off balance, and the other guy is twice as fast as him. So it's really a complicated thing when you're fighting a taller person that's trained, but a taller person that doesn't know how to fight has no chance against a smaller person that knows how to fight. That is way too big of an advantage. So Dale was popular for like literally just being a part of the rap crew, and he was a part of the smoking weed mob. So like literally, it was me, him, Kayla, Arturo, Telly, and we all used to smoke after school. So Dale is literally just flat out, playing, but he fits in because nobody starts shit with him. So basically, so it started like this. So there was this running gag at school that I would block all the punches. And Dale literally said this funny ass shit. It's like, I'm tired of Eris blocking all my fucking punches. I'm tired. Keep on swinging. I'm gonna keep swinging until his arms break. Now that shit was hella funny. There was this one fucking time when me and Dale were boxing. So there was this crazy ass thing where he kept on trying to tell me to hook. And I'm like, no, because if I hook, I leave myself open. It was so fucking crazy because like he kept on swinging, so he had to create a distraction. So what he did is he put his foot on the wall like Spider-Man, and then he 360 punched my face and it rocked my fucking world. I'm glad he had gloves on, but damn, that shit was fucking crazy. So what happened was he couldn't fucking hit me, so he had to distract me. So he just put his foot on the wall. So I look at his foot, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Then I look up in the air and he already rocked me. I'm like, fuck. So Dale ended up getting kicked out of my high school and going to continue racing school of Arturo for doing, dumb shit like that, getting into fights, like literally smoking weed, literally just getting into trouble. But he was always calm, cool, and collected. He really did, like, start shit anyway, so, like, there was this one conversation that went up that proves that Dale is popular, even though he doesn't talk much. Like, when he does talk, it's a haymaker. So, literally, what happened was this. So, there was a conversation that, literally, I was talking about when Facebook first came out and MySpace started to die. And so, literally, they get the conversations about MySpace. So I'm like, man, that shit is played out. It's all about Facebook. And Dale pops out of nowhere. And he's all like, Facebook is for old people. You can't go on Facebook profile and create your own wallpaper. You can't go on Facebook and create your own music playlist. You can't do this and that. There's not enough excitement, not enough information, not enough detail. MySpace always he shits on Facebook. You see how he literally broke the mold and how everybody was going to agree until he came back with the fucking facts, and that's why Dale was popular. Dale was crazy as fuck. So that is literally a good thing, and he was always calm, cool, collect. He proved that he was on the popular hype. He used to skateboard. He used to do this and that. There was this time me Telly and everybody was smoking, and all of a sudden, damn it, Blink-182 plays, and so this one guy, fucking Ski we start singing Blink-182 together, and Dale literally walks the other way. He's like, "I'll fuck with this white boy shit," but Telly was there, and so now we have to go on to Telly, because the funniest shit about me and Telly is Telly was whitewashed just like me, but he was taller and he was hella fucking strong. So literally, fucking, the craziest thing about it was this, like literally, so since Telly was there, he should be incorporated into this next joke. This shit was so fucking funny. So literally, the day when me and Adam, that was his name, were actually singing a Blink-182 song. This guy's name was Adam, and we were singing "Damn It" together. And literally, fucking, it was this time when me and Arturo were smoking with Telly in Robert's backyard. And so literally, fucking, I play R-Bank E40. And so literally, Telly's like, "This nigga, I can't tell what he's listening to." Like, sometimes he's playing slaps, but then he plays that whack ass shit, and then Arturo comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Yes, this nigga listens to Japanese rock." And so literally fucking Telly and Arturo start roasting me. And he's like, "You listen to Japanese rock?" And so fucking Telly was hella whitewashed himself. So he kept on crying how me and Adam was singing "Damn It." And so Telly literally was all like, "Oh, but hold up, there was this one time me and Dale were smoking, and this nigga knew all the words and stuff like that on some Take It Back Sunday type shit." Like, "Hold up, Telly, you just revealed that you listen to rock." And he's like, "Yeah, because I used to listen to them." Keyword, used to. You know what's funny? His sister listens to I See Stars and shit. So literally, his fucking sister listens to Screamo Rock. And so literally, it's funny because Telly is white Ross, but he's not that right Ross, because literally, I was fucking with him at lunchtime. Literally, we're shadowboxing and shit. And then he's all like, "Oh no, hold up." And he threw a fucking spirit bomb. He put his hands in the air and said "spirit bomb." And he let me know, "That's the only anime I fuck with. Don't think I'm a square." And I played around with him. I'm like, "Oh no, it's your transmission." No, literally, me and Telly were fucking around. He always pretended like he did like anime. He never watched it because he never wanted to ruin his reputation. That shit was funny. There was this time where like me and Telly got into an arm lock, and literally fucking me and him were equal matches for times of forearm, but he had way stronger bicep. So it was fucking crazy. So Telly was still there that day that me and Dale boxing. So when I screwed over Telly, instead of actually facing me head on, this guy trips me. Telly's like 6'1", 6'2", and I'm still literally like fucking 5 foot at the time. That was so unfair. But Telly always fucked with me. He just didn't want me at wire at the time. So literally, even when I came over to his house, I was listening to random shit about iPod. He's like, "Stop, listen to some rap." And there was this one time where he went to continuation school, he was missing me. And so literally, he was really, really hella strong. He was just as strong as Ben. And so like everybody feared Ben and everybody fucking feared Telly. But the thing about Telly is Telly could never fucking hit me in fucking school because of my fighting style. But literally, this all ties into this funny ass joke. You know, there's one time where I'm like, because literally Telly has a fucking square shaped head, but literally it's kind of like pointy, like a fucking, it's kind of square and it's kind of pointy. So look, literally, I talked to Arturo. I'm like, "You know that Telly is the Black Superman?" And so literally, he told Telly that story in the morning when they were walking to school, and Telly fell on the fucking ground, and it was hella funny. And I was always wondering, because I kept on blocking all his punches in school, what if I actually thought that I can beat Telly in the fight? And you know there's a supreme difference between stalling and actually winning a fight. And I don't mean to diss anyone, but that literally is, I'm actually just trying to be serious, like actually a freaking lesson, like literally, I can block, but that doesn't mean I can last too long in a fight. So literally, so I had this daydream that if I actually challenged Telly, say, because I got cocky, what if I called Telly out and said, "Telly, I can beat your ass just because I can block?" Literally, I had this daydream of like, "No, Telly, Vince is 200 pounds, he's a freshman in high school, he's 6'1", and he's going to rock me." And literally, so I had this daydream that I kept on thinking that I could beat Telly in the fight, and Telly kept on hooking me. After the other, I kept on getting bumps, I kept on getting splat at, I kept on getting rocked over and over and over again. And literally, every time that I thought I could beat Telly, he laughed in between hooks. And literally, that's so funny, like, "Oh, this nigga thinks he can beat my ass. Oh, this him again. Oh, I daydreamed this shit because I thought I was fucking good at fighting." I'm like, "You gotta have to throw a hook eventually." And so I kept on having this stupid ass daydream that Telly kept on hooking me over and over again. And so literally, I kept this a secret. I never fucking told Arturo this, but I bet if I told Arturo the story, he would start rolling on the fucking floor. So literally, there was this one time where I had this daydream, and so I kept this aside, but I wanted to go up to Arturo. I'm like, dude, I had this dream that Telly beat my ass. And Arturo Lily start fucking losing breath. But Lily, so Arturo was telling me about a story about the fucking juvie school, and Lily fucking, so Dale and Telly were fighting and shit. So Lily, he's like, bruh, I just talked to Dale and he came to school with a black eye. I'm like, what? And like Lily, no, his eye was fucking swollen. Lily, Arturo was telling me this detailed ass story, and he's like, Lily, no, I was talking to Dale. I'm all like, where the fuck did you get that black eye from? He's like, Telly. But that shit was hella funny. So if you ask me, the victory, in my opinion, I would have to say it's a pretty tough one because I'll have to weigh this out because Dale was pretty freaking popular and Dale really didn't try too hard to fit in, and Telly was more whitewashed, and Dale really had a couple of haymakers when we were in high school, and he's the one who actually knocked me out when Telly literally tripped me. It's really, really a tough decision. But I'm going to have to go Telly because of consistency, because of character, because of him being partially whitewashed. He's a little bit more expanded. I actually smoke weed at his house, so like literally, Dale would have won this if he had more screen time. If I probably knew Dale a little bit more, but I do Telly way too much. There's way too much in common. So like the victory slightly has an edge for Telly. I was originally gonna give it to Dale, but Dale did not have enough substance. But Telly, even though I felt like Dale had a better attitude over the two, but I feel like Telly literally, even though, like, if you actually see both of them hang out, you would probably choose Dale, but in terms of morals, in terms of everything, in terms of, like, Lily being, dare free, Telly was always fucking dare free, and Telly always wanted to have a good time. Like, Dale was kind of like, quiet, gloom, and depressing. So I'd have to give it to Telly for consistency.